Hello and welcome to day 4 of 31 Days of Tarot 2020. Today I am talking about my 5 most used decks from 2010 through 2019. Now, I have not been a tarot reader for this entire decade. At the beginning of 2010, I was 12 years old and preparing for my second surgery. And had little to no idea what the tarot was. So I first started reading the tarot when I was in high school. I believe my introduction to the tarot actually came in one of my favorite books, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, where one of the characters is a tarot reader. And I was really interested in what tarot might be, and so my first deck, technically not the first deck that I ever got, but my first ever deck has been lost, hopefully never to see the light of day again, because it was the Tarot Art Nouveau by Antonella Castelli, which is not a beginner deck. The art has very little to do with the meanings of the cards in my experience, so I would not recommend that deck to any beginners. But what I really consider my first tarot deck is the Shadowscapes Tarot. I have edged mine in this light lavender color, and it's just so beautiful. I saw the art online of this deck and knew that it was one that I wanted. I just adore this Three of Cups. This Three of Cups is is just so beautiful. All of the cards really in this deck are so beautiful. Stephanie Poyman-Law's artwork is really very, very lovely. And sorry, I'm trying to not use the word stunning because I realized that I've used the word stunning so many times in my past videos. So I'm trying to not use the word stunning. This is the Knight of Pentacles. The Star. Sorry, I know that this artwork is incredibly detailed, and I'm sure that there are much better walkthroughs. This Six of Cups is really the image that I think of every time I think of the Six of Cups. I do love this Three of Swords. This Page of Cups is another favorite of mine. And this Eight of Pentacles really gives me just some of my favorite Eight of Pentacles vibes, because it's not about perfection, it's about practice and keeping up with doing the thing that you need to do. Trying to find the Queen of Cups. I'm wondering if I can find her somewhere in here. That's the Eight of Cups. Okay, I have to admit, I do love the Devil card in this deck. Oh, there's the Queen of Cups. This is the Queen of Cups. And here is the Hanged Man. No, my introduction to tarot was not in high school. No, it was in high school. That was a project in high school. So my sophomore year of high school, I did this personal anthology project, and this image was on the cover of it. So the personal anthology was for my world literature class, and if you are interested in hearing about that, I still have it, and I still have what I put together for that project. So if you're interested in seeing it, leave me a comment below and I might make a video about it. So the next deck that is among my most used decks of the last decade is the Anna K Tarot. This is the backs. And the Anna K Tarot really just has very storybook art. This is the World card. Let's see, the High Priestess, the Queen of Cups. I do love this Strength card, if only for the fact that it's a lioness and not a male lion. I do love it even though the lion is chained up in this card, but she is very fierce and I like the energy of that card. One interesting thing about this deck is that, I wonder if I can find the other card that I need for this. Hold on. Oh, well, here's another card that I really love, the Ten of Swords. This card shows the figure walking away, and the 10 swords are left in the snow. This Three of Cups gives me major me, my mom, and my sister vibes, and to me the Three of Cups usually is referring to the three of us when I'm reading for myself. It's probably going to be the absolute last card, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So then the other card, so the interesting thing about this deck is it kind of switches the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. So in this card it shows the 10 of Cups being that sort of peaceful vibes, and the 9 of Cups being the more family-oriented vibes, which is kind of switching those two cards in my understanding of them. Yeah, so that is the Anna K Tarot, and I do absolutely adore this 8 of Swords, showing her in the mirror with the where what she sees in the mirror is not the way that things really are. So that is the Anna K Tarot. The next deck in this category is the Fountain Tarot. These are the backs, and this one, is this in order? No, it's not. This is the High Priestess. Justice. So some of the cards in this deck, so I did when I was younger take circus classes. There's a circus school in my city, and some of these cards really give me very circusy vibes. Let me just flick through the deck super quickly to find some of them. Like, this Page of Wands to me looks like she is tight wire walking, and tight wire is one of my favorite circus things to do, personally. I do absolutely love this Three of Cups because it does not show gender, it just shows 3 people. So this deck is actually mostly in order. Just some of the cards are not. So actually most of the cards that I want to show as being kind of circusy are from the Major Arcana. So this is the Sun card. I pulled some of them out. So this is the Sun card, which gives me like kind of circusy vibes. The ones that really give me like majorly circusy vibes, though. Okay, some of these are actually at the end. Yeah, some of the ones that give me the majorly circusy vibes, though, are so this Five of Swords looks like they're on stilts. This Strength card, and then we have this Emperor, who to me looks quite circusy. And then the three that are the most circusy to me are the Hanged Man, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, this looks like a person doing Russian hoop, which is a big metal circle that people do tricks in, and this looks like Chinese pole, which is a pole. It's exactly what it sounds like. I'm not sure why it's called Chinese pole. So then the fourth deck that I have to show you is just the Rider-Waite-Smith Centennial deck, which is the deck that I personally love the coloring of. I am quite fond of the Hierophant from this deck. The Hierophant is my like life path card, so it's one that I am sort of always pretty fond of. But I'm sure that you have all, here's the Three of Cups. I'm sure that you're all familiar with this artwork. So there's no need for me to show you the full deck. So the last deck on this list is one that it is currently packed away somewhere in the house, and I am not planning on going to get it right now, because it's a deck that I actually have figured out that I really don't like. So that is the Triple Goddess Tarot by, I think, Jamie Elford, I believe. And what I really don't like about that deck is really the Emperor card. The Emperor is, it shows really only the shadow side of the Emperor. It only shows the Emperor as being harsh and cruel and demanding and really quite evil looking. And while that is an aspect of the Emperor, it's not the totality of the Emperor. It's not the entirety of what the Emperor can be. And so I actually find it quite sad that that is the image of that card, and so that's why I don't use that deck anymore. But it is one of my most used decks for this past decade, because it was one of the first decks that I had. So, or it was like among my first 5 decks. So yeah, those are my picks for my 5 most used decks of 2010 through 2019. Thank you so much for being here, and I wish you well, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!